Hey you guys, this is Bertbugbrent here, and today we have more pickups. But first, I'd just like to say, I just updated my page, or I will be. I haven't updated it yet, but finally got a picture on my, profile, and it is a picture of a game, a complete game for each system that I currently own, and I have a complete game for every system except my Atari 2600. So I put a loose game in, but besides that, that's pretty cool. Finally got a picture. I've been kind of lazy about doing that. Now we're going to go on for my pickups. So first, this was a few weekends ago. Yeah, maybe 2 weekends ago, something like that, I don't know. I went to a flea market, and I found quite a bit of stuff, actually. I picked up a Super Nintendo game, a few N64 games, and a whole bunch of PS1 games. So I'll start with those PS1 games here. These are all from the same vendor. These are all from the same vendor, including some N64 games and the Super Nintendo game. I'll just go over these individually. Siphon Filter 3 demo disc. And these were all about, maybe a little over $1. I paid for all the stuff, including the N64 games and the Super Nintendo game, like $30 for all this, so. PlayStation Underground CD Magazine Volume 3. And this is complete as can be. Except this is kind of broken right there, if you can see that. But besides that, that's pretty cool. And I actually got those two together because that demo disc was inside of there. So, and here's one of the most valuable games I picked up today. Tomba. I never heard of this, but it looked kind of silly. And I'm just like, why not? I'll buy this. Looked it up. It's worth like $70. So, nice find for a little over $1. Tomb Raider Greatest Hits Edition. Don't have it, so that's cool. Picked this one last month at the flea market, actually. But Chrono Cross, but this time it is the regular black label, so that's cool. Croc. Just Special Ops, and that came in the original case, but no manual. Croc 2. Soul Divide. Civilization 2. And this is something I was pretty excited about. An actual memory card case. And it says it's supposed to come with 1 memory card, but it came with 3, including 1 official PlayStation memory card. So that was pretty cool. And I have a nice little carrying case now. And actually, I picked up here, I filled it up. That's a 4th one I picked up from the second vendor I went to. So, and I'll get into that later, so very cool. Monopoly, Greatest Hits. Wild Arms, which, one thing I think is weird about this one is it only comes with 1 disc. And at first I was thinking, oh man, this must be missing a disc. Yeah, there's no disc. But if you look closely, there's no actually holder, it just says PlayStation. And on the front, right there, if I can zoom in, it only says 1 disc. So I was wondering, maybe there was a bonus or something there originally. I don't know. So why would they make that thick case? And this last one, if any of you guys can read Japanese, please tell me, because I picked up this Japanese PlayStation game. I can't read it at all. Here, I'll make this nice and clear shot for any of you guys that can read Japanese. Alright, and all I know, it's definitely Japanese because I cannot read it at all. So, if any of you guys know Japanese, please just post the name of this game. But, this one is actually, here, if I can open this, complete. And by complete, I mean complete. I mean, it comes with this little, I don't know what that is, probably an end label or something. I guess I'll focus on this, too, if this means anything. Yeah, NTSG Japan, so. And it came with this, the instruction booklet, and a little poster, so. Very cool. And there's the disc. There's the name again. So yeah, if any of you guys read Japanese, please, I'd like to know the name of this game I picked up. Oh, very cool. And those are all the PlayStation 1 games I picked up from this vendor. And then picked up a few N64 games. Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. 2 Turok games, Turok Rage Wars and Turok Dinosaur Hunter. And this one I just had to get. I saw it. South Park Chef's Love Shack. That looks pretty cool. I love South Park, so. And lastly, the other most valuable game I picked up from this guy. Harvest Moon for the Super Nintendo. I saw this, and I didn't even think twice. I saw this on the end labels sticking up like this. He had maybe 10 others, but most of them were sports and stuff. And I saw this, and I'm just like, yep, I'm taking that. So, and that's also worth, you know, maybe 70 bucks. That's a pretty rare one. So, that's all I got from that vendor. And then, there was one other vendor that had some stuff. You know, there's a few professional guys, but I'm not going to buy stuff from them. This guy, he had a whole bunch of DVDs he was selling for like $1. And he has some PlayStation and Xbox and a whole bunch of stuff. I just bought a few little things because a lot of them were missing the actual CDs. First, this is actually not Snowcross. I found this case empty, which was like one of the nicest looking aesthetically cases he had. But, look what we have there. Spyro Ripto's Rage. So, I don't know anything about that game, if it's even for the PlayStation. I'm assuming it is, but very well might not be. So, yeah, pretty cool. Next, the only Dreamcast game he even had there. He didn't have anything else Sega Dreamcast related. Air Force Delta for the Dreamcast, and that's nice, you know. I don't too often get Dreamcast games. And I got two DVDs from him. These were, and everything here was $1, and I got a little less because he was a nice guy. But Superman Returns and Star Wars Episode 3: Revenge of the Sith. So very cool. Got those. And then this, I was just thinking, it's an empty probably DVD case or something, but I look inside of it, and it's a PlayStation 2, like, magazine disc, so I'm just like, why not? This is actually my first PS2 game. I've never owned a PS2. And then I got two, the exact same thing. He had two of them, so I just thought, why not? Guitar Hero, it's a Xbox 360 demo disc. Exact same thing, I don't know. Decided why not. Might as well get it. And also he had 3 sealed Xbox games. They're all the same game, High Roller Casino. And I'm thinking for $1 each, who could go wrong? And he had one other sealed copy of this, but it was like all dirty and stuff, and I'm just like, it's not worth my time. I could tear it or something while I'm cleaning it. And actually, what I forgot to mention was, well, actually, yeah. From that first vendor, I was really excited about this. I've never seen one of these loose or anything. But a Virtual Boy controller. So, he didn't have the system, he didn't have any games at all. But he had just a random Virtual Boy controller, which I thought was cool. But the part I was most excited about was it came with the battery pack. So, and I did not have this. I just had the thing that goes into the plugs into the wall, the AC adapter for the Virtual Boy. So now I can play the Virtual Boy on the go. Like, that's even possible. But yeah. And I just realized also on my new picture for my profile, I forgot to throw in my sealed Virtual Boy game, which I guess is a system I own. But what am I gonna do? I'm not gonna retake the picture. So, anyways, next. After that, later that day, I went to Play and Trade, and I got a few pickups as well. So, first, for the N64, I got South Park, and no, this is not sealed. They resealed it, because you can tell there's like a hole right here in the seal, and it's not like somebody ripped it, it was a real hole, so, yeah, you really can't see it. Yeah, there you go, that's kind of better. That's pretty cool. Original box. I only paid $5 for that. And how often you see N64 games with boxes in this condition? Even my box N64 games aren't in that great condition, and they're in pretty good condition. I got 2 loose games. Got a Donkey Kong Jr. for the ColecoVision. It was the only ColecoVision game they had there. It was just with all the normal Atari 2600 games. They didn't even know the difference. On the price tag, it even said Atari 2600. So, but I noticed it said Coleco and it wasn't tan. So I'm just like, is that a ColecoVision game? Yes, it is. So, pretty cool. For only $2. And also, my first 7800 game, one-on-one. You know, it's not in great condition, but I'm just like, why not? That's a rule I kind of have. If I don't have the system, but I see a game for it in the wild, I buy it. So if I ever get the system without games, I have a game to play on it. So, and lastly, also for $5, a Sega CD game. This is not the original case. It's like they printed it in really low resolution. You can't even like read. You can barely read the writing. Pictures are really fuzzy. Just look at that. That's awful resolution. But it was just there. That was only $5 as well. And here's the game. Afterburner 3. I forgot to say that. So very cool. And alright, and I have more stuff, so stay tuned for part 2.